One of the worst feelings you can have coming out of an interview is thinking, I should have said this, I should have said that. Why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that? And the worst thing about it is you had all the information in your prep. It was all there. You just couldn't execute in that pressurized moment. So in this video, we're going to fix this. So the first thing that we need to fix is the fact that you're very likely rushing into answering the question. And when you rush in, you're moving at 100 miles per hour. Guess what? You're going to miss out certain things that you should have said. It's a bit like rushing out when you're leaving the house. And naturally, when you're rushing, you're going to forget your keys, you're going to leave the door open, you're going to make a mistake along the way. And it's the same thing that's happening here. So the first thing you're going to need to learn how to do is to pause before you speak. You need to make this a habit. Even though you're feeling extremely anxious, you've got to learn how to do it. And one of the ways you can learn how to do that is by practicing pausing for at least 3 seconds. And then you speak. I want you to practice this at home with your family. Practice it with your friends. And what you'll find is that you'll just become comfortable with that silence. The silence no longer feels awkward. And of course, within the interview context now, they ask you this tricky question. You take your time, you process, and you speak, therefore, when you're ready, and you don't lose your frame. Secondly, is that you need to start taking notes into your interview. Now, I've done this video before. It's got a lot of views. The question is, can you take notes in the interview? And yes, you can. And I made this little diagram of how you can do this. Forget about this, I've been doodling afterwards. But essentially, you can create 6 blocks of 6 stories or 8 stories. Each one has 4 bullet points, for example. And therefore, as you're answering the question, you can gently glance down, you can look at that information, and then you can make sure that there's no bullet points or key points that you're missing out. And thirdly, it's very likely you're talking very quickly. So you need to learn how to slow things down. Now, you probably watched this video and I've been talking very quickly, and that's because all of you on TikTok tend to have small attention spans, so it forces me to speak quicker. But normally, if I was in an interview context, I would speak like this. I would slow things down. And naturally, when you slow things down, it gives your brain more time to think and process. It creates that mind to mouth connection. And your mouth is not running away and your brain's trying to catch up. You're both working in perfect synergy, like a dance partner. And so what will happen is you'll be able to then give that granular detail of information that previously that you were missing out, simply because now you're giving your brain more time to actually pull out the information. If you made it this far into the video, I've got a great surprise for you. We have launched the interview cheat book, which is 10 strategies for 10 of the most common interview questions. It's an audio-visual guide. It's normally £20, but completely free for all of my followers on TikTok. But second to that, we've also now launched Interview Cheat Book Pro, which is for if you have an interview coming up in the next week. We have a full course which will help you prepare for that last-minute interview. This includes 4 pillars, 11 videos, lots of PDFs, which will help you be ready. Link is in the description. Like and follow for more, and I'll see you in the next one.